Again, welcome. My name is Deborah Takahara. Today, I'm not here as a news anchor, although I do work for Fox 31 and Channel 2, just in case you need to know. I'm not even here as a police wife, but I am here as a citizen who appreciates police. That's why I am the president of CAP. We know these men and women in uniform have a difficult job and dangerous job to do every day, but we as citizens want to recognize their good deeds that go above and beyond the call of duty. On my way here this morning, I was just searching for some inspiration, and I know in the past couple of years, police officers have had kind of a rough go at things and have gotten a lot of negative publicity. But speeding past me on the highway, I was not speeding, Chief. That's noteworthy. Speeding past me on the highway was a truck, a work truck, a big work truck, and flying off the back was a black and white American flag with a blue line through it. And I thought that was so significant on this day because it shows the support that regular people have for the work that you guys do. So I think that was just important to share with you. I'd like to begin this morning by introducing the CAP board. We meet quarterly. We review nominations for CAP awards. And this morning we have with us, we have to start with our fearless leader, our secretary, Robin Cheapwood, hanging out somewhere, running the show. Thank you, Robin. Alvina Kraus, Nolan Apple, Timothy Hall, Sherry Jackson, our treasurer, Chuck Muller, Mike O'Neill, Deputy Chief David Quinones, Chief Deputy District Attorney Michael Song, and did I miss anyone? Oh, Mark Poulter, you snuck in there. I think we got everybody. And now we are so lucky to have so many dignitaries with us this morning, beginning with Mayor Michael Hancock. Thank you so much for making time for us. Executive Director of Department of Safety, Stephanie O'Malley. Chief of Police, Robert White. Deputy Director of Safety, Troy Riggs. Again, Deputy Chief of Operations, David Quinones, who also serves on our board. Deputy Chief of Administration, Matt Murray. Commander of District 1, Paul Pazin. Commander of District 2, Michael Callow. Commander of District 3, Megan Dodge. Commander of District 4, Mark Fleece. Commander of DIA, Tony Lopez. Commander of District 5, Ron Thomas. Commander of District 6, Ron Sonnier. Commander of the Gang Bureau and Investigative Support, James Henning. Commander of Operational Support, Marcus Fountain. Commander of Administrative Management, Lisa Fair. Commander of Conduct Review, Mike Batista. And Commander of Training Division, Rick Kyle. Thank you all for being here today. Just wanted to give you a brief history of CAP. CAP was founded in 1978 by Mayor Bill McNichols and District Attorney at the time, Dale Tooley, as a way for private citizens to honor police officers for their actions on and off duty. Times have changed. Police work has changed. You hear a lot of negative stories, but there are way more positive stories going on in the Denver Police Department than you ever hear of. These officers are so humble and so modest. They don't want to brag, they don't want us to highlight their achievements, but they do great things on a regular basis, and we think that they are very deserving of this light being shined on them. Citizens Appreciates Police, or CAP, honors members of the Denver Police Department who provide service to the community above and beyond the regular call of duty. More than 400 members of the Denver Police Department have received the CAP award over the past few decades. For our presentation this morning, I'll read a short summary of what these officers have been awarded for, and Mayor Hancock will present them with a certificate of appreciation and take a picture with them if you don't mind. And then Mayor Hancock will say a few words after that. Back in January, we started things off on a great note. We awarded Officer Henry Jones with the first CAP award of 2017. Officer Jones has a long history of helping people. He received the CAP Award for helping a young private in the U.S. Army catch a flight to attend her grandfather's funeral. She had been scammed by a fraudulent travel company. Her ticket wasn't good when she got to the airport on the date of her trip. Officer Jones used hundreds of dollars out of his own pocket to help her get to her grandfather's funeral. Officer Jones? Don't go far. We'll probably want a group shot with all of you guys after. And then in April, Lieutenant Jeffrey Martinez, we awarded him the CAP Award for organizing a suit drive within the department to benefit the nonprofit group Suits for Success. He was able to collect enough suits, pants, shirts, and shoes for 50 men who are in the process of turning their lives around. Lieutenant Jeffrey Martinez. Officer Juan Gamboa and Officer Edward Pacheco were patrolling a southeast Denver neighborhood near Hamilton Middle School when they noticed two boys walking to school with no coats on a very cold morning. The officers found out those kids didn't have warm coats, couldn't afford them. Short time later, those officers returned to the school with two brand new winter coats for the boys that they had purchased using their own money. Officer Gamboa, Officer Pacheco. And then in October, we awarded a CAP Award to Corporal Timothy Scudder. He befriended a little girl named Olivia through their church community that they shared. Olivia had terminal cancer. Her bucket list included to catch a bad guy with police. So Corporal Scudder made that happen. He also helped her family by providing meals and support. Corporal Scudder? Officer Ruben Garduno found out about a high school senior bound to a wheelchair who was in the hospital right before his high school graduation. I mean, up until the very last minute. He was released from the hospital just about an hour before the ceremony was to take place across town. His family was worried that he was not going to make it to his high school graduation. But Officer Garduno and District 4 took action and escorted the family to the school and helped get the student on stage just moments before his name was called.
Thank you, Deborah. Would you join me in giving a hand to our men and women who have been honored here today from the Denver Police Department one more time? And as you keep your hands in position, because I'm going to ask you just to celebrate with me all of the 1,500 plus men and women who wear the badge every day to protect this city and to keep it one of the safest in the nation. I guess some 5 years ago this month when I asked Chief Robert White to be our Chief of Police, one of the things I said to him is I want our officers to be more community oriented, more community policing. And Chief White believes in that value, and it is clear, as demonstrated by the officers that we just honored, that we have many of our officers who demonstrate community policing on a daily basis. But one of the things I want to be very clear, that these men and women are not just good police officers. They are great people. And I know several of the officers who were honored today personally, and I know in their hearts that nothing surprised me about what they did in terms of rendering above and beyond the call of duty for the citizens of Denver. Every day, police officers encounter residents who are going through difficult times in their lives, maybe a crisis. And it would be adequate for officers to resolve the situation and then move on to the next call. But you know, it takes a special person to think about how they get a young man from the hospital to his graduation, to walk up to the counter at DIA and to hear the crises that a woman is going through trying to get to her father's funeral service, and to say, I got this. Or to make sure that a young lady who may take her last breath at any moment gets to live out her dream of catching a bad guy on the streets of our city. These are special people. These are human beings. And I think sometimes in the midst of all that this nation is going through, and as we talk about what policing is about, we forget that these are human beings who are wearing these badges. And it is so easy to pierce the humanity of these individuals when you take time to talk to them, when you watch them go through the work of being a police officer on a daily basis. So whether it's a warm coat, a plane ticket, or helping a family enjoy a major milestone, helping a terminally ill girl to be an honorary officer, etc., the officers here today and those patrolling our streets on a daily basis have done that and more. And I can't tell you how thankful I am that they're out there on our streets and they're doing what the people of Denver have asked them to do in a positive way, representing our city and going above and beyond the call of duty. So to each and every one of you here, whether you are honored or not today, I want you to know that my office, this individual right here, this human being, is grateful for your service. And I can tell you that the residents of Denver, the citizens of this great city, are grateful for your service as well. We'll continue to pray for your safety, continue to pray for your exemplary service to all of us. I also want to take a moment to thank this committee of individuals, the volunteers of the board of CAP, who helped to shine a light on the officers' acts of kindness and to help make Denver, as they help to make Denver a great place. As I close, if I can just implore the media who are here, and we thank you for being here to cover this. It's my hope that these are the kind of stories. We know that when things happen, particularly when it's related to life and death of anyone, that this is newsworthy. But let's not turn the cameras off and stop writing the stories when our officers are doing the kind of things that these men and women have done, because ultimately, this is what public service is all about. God bless you all, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Hancock. We so appreciate your time and your support. Now, police work is a thankless job. Officers risk their lives every day, serving and protecting us. And every day, our officers demonstrate compassion and sensitivity to the needs of the community they serve. CAP is committed to honoring members of the Denver Police Department who, again, go above and beyond providing service to the community beyond the regular call of duty. We believe that there are many more officers like the officers we are recognizing here today, and citizens are invited to write to the CAP board, write to the chief of police, nominate an officer who you feel is deserving of a CAP award. Please rise now for the retrieval of the colors by the Denver Police Department Honor Guard. Congratulations once again to our officers, and thank you for coming. Continue to be safe out there.